In their most recent podcast, the reputable leakers over at Making Star Wars have revealed some new details for Rangers of the New Republic, and they're pretty interesting to say the least. After Lucasfilm fired Gina Carano, Rangers of the New Republic was shelved and put on hold, but Making Star Wars are claiming that that story was over-exaggerated. Let's take a look at the details. Apparently, while Cara Dune was set to have a prominent role in the series, it was Timothy Olyphant's character Cobb Vanth who was always meant to have the lead. According to Making Star Wars, this is cemented and will still be the case when the show goes back into active production. Gina Carano's firing just so happened to coincide with that temporary shelving, but was not the reason that it was put on hold. The show was simply backburned so that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau could focus on The Mandalorian Season 3, The Book of Boba Fett, and Star Wars Ahsoka. At the time, Jon Favreau had not written much of the series, but what Making Star Wars are claiming is that there is a basic outline of the story and it revolves around Cobb Vanth, an instant fan favourite who first appeared in the Aftermath trilogy by Chuck Wendig and then made his way into live action in The Mandalorian Season 2's opening episode, The Marshal, which to this day remains one of my absolute favourite Mandalorian episodes. Now, if you remember a while back, and I think it was LRM Online who reported it, Cobb Vanth is also rumoured to be in the Book of Boba Fett, which does make a lot of sense given that he is the Marshal of Mos Pelgo on Tatooine, the same planet that Boba Fett and Fennec Shand have just arrived on to take over Jabba's palace from Bib Fortuna. I can definitely imagine Boba Fett having run-ins with Cobb Vanth in the Book of Boba, not only because of New Republic matters, but also because of Cobb's history with Boba's armour and the fact that Din Djarin is a mutual friend. Now that I think of it, you can't have the Book of Boba Fett without an appearance of Cobb Vanth. During the timeline of the Book of Boba Fett set after The Mandalorian Season 2, there was a syndicate called the Red Key Raiders, a group of criminals that Cobb Vanth absolutely despised and was trying to get rid of. He might seek out the help of Boba Fett and Fennec Shand to try and deal with them. Now, just for some context, following the death of Jabba the Hutt, the syndicate called Red Key attempted to establish a presence on Tatooine by posing as a mining company called the Red Key Company. This brought them directly into conflict with Cobb Vanth, the mayor and sheriff of Freetown. Later on, Red Key conspired with the more established Black Sun to prolong the Galactic Civil War by coercing and bribing 5 senators into opposing Mon Mothma's resolution to intervene on Jakku. And speaking of crime syndicates, this fits in really well with the rumours that we've had for the Book of Boba, and Red Key would be perfect for the series, and of course, if we're lucky, Crimson Dawn. Red Key in particular could serve as a common enemy for Boba and Cobb Vanth. But going back to Rangers, I think Cobb Vanth is a very interesting choice to have as the lead. According to Making Star Wars, the show's premise is bringing back order to the Outer Rim, with Cobb Vanth visiting a bunch of different planets. There are other big characters set to appear in the series, and it isn't just going to be about Vanth, but they did make it clear that he is the lead role. It seems like if what Making Star Wars are saying is true, the series is going to have a very similar space western vibe to The Mandalorian. Now, I will say that I was really surprised to hear that of all the characters you would base a show titled Rangers of the New Republic around, Cobb Vanth was the first pick. On the other hand, I can see many reasons why they did choose him, given how interesting his past and life experiences have been. But with all of the Cara Dune rumours circulating, I truly thought she would have been the lead. But obviously, she was fired. But as Making Star Wars made very clear, Cobb Vanth was the guy they chose right from the start. Cara Dune would have played a big role in it, but she was never meant to be the lead. Either way, I'm super pumped, because Cobb Vanth has become one of my favourite characters in all of Star Wars. And you know, now that we know that Cobb Vanth is going to be the lead in Rangers if Making Star Wars are correct, I hope the series can do justice to more of Cobb Vanth that we read in the Aftermath trilogy. We don't know for sure yet if there's going to be a time jump between The Mandalorian and Rangers, but just like all of the other shows that are part of the Mandalorian universe, it's going to be after episode 6. So those are the details. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So now we're going to move on and talk about Taika Waititi's 2025 movie, because his co-writer Kirsty Wilson-Cairns has opened up about the project and specifically what she loves most about Star Wars. This is from Heroic Hollywood, and they say the following. Kirsty Wilson-Cairns, co-writer of Taika Waititi's Star Wars film, recently talked about what she loves most about a galaxy far, far away. Taika Waititi is set to direct a Star Wars film following his latest Thor movie. Very little is known about the upcoming feature in the iconic franchise, but we do know that he won't be writing it alone, with 1917 and Last Night in Soho's Kirsty Wilson-Cairns also involved with the film script. In her own words, she said the following: "It's dangerous you're asking me these questions. You know if I answer incorrectly, Mickey Mouse will burst into this room and beat me up." And obviously she's talking here about how secretive Lucasfilm and Disney ensure that all their employees are in not revealing anything about the upcoming projects. As we say here in the UK, they really have them by the bollocks. The mouse is very strict with them. But in all seriousness, let's get back to this article. She goes on to say, "I was in therapy for years about that fear, so it's clear and present. What I love about Star Wars is that they're incredibly transformative. There's a little bit of nostalgia in them, but they can change and adapt with the time. So I think, yeah, I'll watch Star Wars all day, and that is what I love about them." So nothing really revealed, but it is interesting that they're finally talking about these upcoming movies. We know that Patty Jenkins has 2023's Rogue Squadron, but let's be honest here, the spotlight of 2023 is going to be the Ahsoka series. And we really don't know anything about Rogue Squadron yet, so hopefully we do get some more info, maybe even as soon as Disney Plus Day. As I said the other day guys, we have no clue what Taika Waititi's movie is going to be about, but we have heard a lot of speculation that it could take us back to a time when the Jedi Order was in its infancy, back on Tython, and it was known as the Jedi Order instead of the Jedi Order. But what do you guys think? We covered quite a lot in today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you make of the news of Cobb Vanth? What do you think about Taika Waititi's upcoming movie? What do you hope it's going to be about? And are you looking forward to Rangers of the New Republic, the Favreau and Filoni project after the Mandalorian Season 3 and Ahsoka? If you enjoyed this one guys, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new and a massive welcome if you are, and why not become a patron? The link is down there in the description. I also want to say a massive happy Halloween. I hope you're all feeling spooky. Go over to Meg's Cantina, my second channel, where I have a Halloween music mix. But otherwise my dear friends, I'm Star Wars Meg, may the force be with you always, and I'll see you tomorrow.